Hey guys, Harvey Cthulhu here, asking you to please consider subscribing to this channel. Doomcock is fighting a war to save pop culture, and he would really appreciate your subscription. Also, click the notification bell and give a like to the video if you like it. And if you could consider pushing the button and allowing me to escape my containment field and destroy the universe, I would really appreciate it. All right, on to the video.
Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth, and I am here today with some major rumors from numerous sources about what went on behind the scenes during production of the Book of Boba Fett, why the series feels like two different shows at this point, and a number of rumors regarding what may lie ahead in the final episode. Fans can't help but notice that the last two chapters have differed radically from the first four chapters, and fans are wondering what happened. How did this come to be? Sources have come forward with potentially different pieces of the puzzle, which I will attempt to piece together in this video. I also have some breaking news about frantic activity inside Lucasfilm going on right now, for good or ill, that I will be sharing with you later in this video, which is unusually dense with information this time around, so I advise you to watch it to the end, or you'll miss out on some very interesting stuff. At this point, I'd like to point out that what I'm about to share with you is information I have received from individuals claiming to have knowledge of the situation at hand. However, since I cannot personally confirm any of it, I am presenting it strictly as unverified rumor, and I ask you to please take it with a grain of salt.
Very well, O future ruler of Earth. Bring it on, Big Daddy.
Thanks, Harvey. So firstly, I received a detailed message from a walk-in source, which you always have to take with several teaspoons of salt. But what this individual is sharing with me jibes with what other sources have said, and I feel its plausibility merits mention in this video, albeit with that caveat. Here is what this source told me, quote, "I would like to clarify a few things in regards to the Book of Boba Fett and give you some inside information. 1. Originally, there was supposed to be a Boba Fett movie. 2. Then it was decided to turn it into a series with 8 episodes, not 7. 3. The beginning of the original movie script was supposed to be episode 1 and was later moved to episode 4. 4. Apparently, Temuera Morrison raised that he was worried about the depiction of the Boba Fett character early on during filming. Temuera felt that the mystery was lost. 5. It was decided during production to cut the next 4 episodes, 5 through 8, that hadn't started filming yet altogether. 2 of these episodes were replaced by episodes of The Mandalorian Season 3. Another episode got deleted due to time constraints. The finale was rewritten. About the finale. 1. Boba Fett will wear his full armor a lot, and he won't speak as much in comparison to the early episodes. 2. Grogu will make his decision in the finale episode. Despite most fans speculating that Grogu will choose for the Mandalorian because of the dome on the droid port, Grogu will actually choose for the lightsaber. It's supposed to be the rejection of Grogu's own hero's journey arc and mirror a lone wolf and cub scene. 3. Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Cad Bane will appear." Unquote.
God, all this smacks of truth, Doomcock. It's only a rumor, but it does explain a lot, particularly when it comes to just how much different the last 2 chapters feel. These really are episodes of The Mandalorian, and you can't really pretend otherwise.
Yeah, you can't really argue with that, Harvey. Boba Fett was not even in Chapter 5 at all, and barely in Chapter 6. So with a nip and a tuck, they managed to shuffle things around and change course midway through the show. They knew that the show wasn't up to snuff, and they've been trying to salvage things as best they can. But as to why? Here is more information that came to my Hollywood spies from a highly placed source inside Disney that we have worked with in the past. A source that almost certainly has an interest in spinning things to the company's advantage. And here is what my spies said regarding this source's leak. Quote, We now know why this so far feels like two different shows in one. Now, to be clear, it's not entirely out of the question that this is spin. But with that being said, this source said they decided to use this show to drive the point home that KK hasn't got a clue what she's doing. We asked, why would you take the chance of driving away viewers with the first 4 episodes? The source replied, quote, "It was necessary. We are trying to get people to drop this woke stuff, and to be honest, most want to, but they're scared. I want to work with these people. We would rather not come in and fire the majority of management. Doing that would only make it harder to get anything done and would make enemies," unquote. We asked, why would they let anyone tear down yet another fan favorite? The source replied, quote, "Well, it's clear we should have done a better job with Fett as far as showing he was sick of working for others. As a bounty hunter, he has seen how others operated and has decided that it's far better to rule people that want you there rather than despise you. We thought this would come through. Clearly, it did not, and that's on us," unquote.
So this insider was trying to what? Spin the failure of the first episodes as allowing KK to basically hoist herself on her own petard-like broomstick?
Yeah. Bear in mind, they started filming this when Kathleen Kennedy was still in power and had the ability to interject idiotic ideas and woke BS into scripts. That this is still a product of the Lucasfilm Civil War is obvious, due to the coded KK vandalism of the first episode, where thugs are destroying a moisture farmer's home and spraying KK's initials on the wall in Nal Huttese. The Vespas, the mods, evidently they went ahead and allowed KK's terrible ideas to go through to demonstrate to upper management at the time that KK didn't know what the hell she was doing. That's the spin anyway, although this individual does acknowledge that they should have done a better job explaining Boba Fett's motives and desires, and accepts that that's on them. And this may well help explain the breaking news I'm going to share here in a few minutes regarding frantic activity happening inside Lucasfilm. But what can we expect in the finale? This is a very interesting question, and the breaking news I teased earlier directly concerns this final chapter of Season 1. But here's what I was told at the end of January by WDW Pro, who writes over at thatparkplace.com. Quote, "I've got more spoilers beyond Han Solo. Vespa kids are coming back, including a motorcycle stunt scene that takes up major minutes. Disney has been trying to recut the episode following Episode 3's negative reaction. Not a sure win for the finale. Solo does appear, but the episode in its original state was described to me as, quote, too silly and, quote, zany. Lots of time was devoted to the Drasher character in the original cut. Not sure what they'll come up with for the end result, but clearly no time for reshoots. So they're stuck trying to tone down the Power Ranger-esque crap with what they've got. These are rumors, but they're pretty darn solid. Like, they're up at the 99% level of solid," unquote. Now this is very interesting information, but it may now be obsolete, because this past Friday, I received a heads up that something strange was happening at Lucasfilm, some frantic activity. Then on Saturday, February 5th, I received the following message from my Hollywood spies, quote, "We had 2 more sources claim Lucas is in fact re-editing the last episode. We've also been told there is an emergency shooting that 4 actors were recalled last Friday and are now working around the clock to get at least 2 scenes reshot. Fact is, they may barely get done before it airs. We don't know how true this is. We will stay on it," unquote. I thought this was extremely strange and unusual. After all, this episode is supposed to air this coming Wednesday, so how could they possibly be doing reshoots and re-editing an episode days before it is scheduled to air? I was skeptical, but didn't think much about it until Sunday when I received this update from my Hollywood spies, quote, "We have been deluged with calls. We have zero doubt that at the very least, the last episode is in fact being reworked even now. We've been told from a source that was calling in 2 weeks ago There are 6 actors that are working on reshoots on at least 2 scenes. We've even been told that there's a possibility that they may cut short episode 7 so they can add an 8th episode. There's so much coming in about this, we can't keep up with it all. Seriously, we've never dealt with anything like this. What do we believe? Disney is re-editing the last episode. There are reshoots happening, but to what end? Unquote. To what end indeed? Are these rumored reshoots and re-edits happening to fix the zany silliness that WDW Pro alluded to? Or is this a response to fan reactions to Chapter 6 of Book of Boba Fett? I went on a rant this past Friday on Friday Night Frolics, my Friday night live stream, saying that if Favreau and Filoni have Baby Yoda choose the armor over the lightsaber and return to The Mandalorian, fans who have been waiting for the Disney sequel trilogy to be erased will be disgusted and furious, because canon has it that Ben Solo was Luke's first student. If Grogu becomes Luke's first student, it completely erases the sequel trilogy because Ben Solo will not be his first student, won't become Kylo Ren in the same way, and this is what fans have been waiting for. They have set this up perfectly, but if they blink now and they back away from this course, if they reset things now so that Grogu goes right back to the Mandalorian, and everything that happened was just nonsense that didn't matter at all in the end, and the Favreauverse is on its way to intersecting with and reinforcing Kathleen Kennedy's sequel trilogy, then I and fans like me will want off of this bus. Because the sequel trilogy isn't something fans like me can live with. To be clear, either Kennedy's Star Wars goes or we do. I hope whatever reshoots and re-editing is going on are working to erase that stain on Star Wars legacy. But if not, well, without respect, we reject. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.